Have you ever felt like you were at the very bottom, with the weight of the world crushing you? This is the story of Alex, a man who not only found himself in that desolate place, but also discovered the strength to climb out. It's a narrative not just of success, but of the profound power of the human spirit to redefine its own destiny. Beginning, the city lights blurred into a meaningless smear through the rain-streaked window of his tiny apartment. Alex sat amidst the ruins of his life, a landscape of unpaid bills, a silent phone that once buzzed with opportunity, and the hollow echo of broken promises. He had poured his soul into a business venture that had crumbled, taking with it his savings, his confidence, and the respect of those he held dear. Each day was a replay of the last. The sharp sting of failure, the heavy cloak of regret, and the paralyzing fear that this was all he would ever be. He was adrift in a sea of his own making, with no land in sight. The reflection staring back at him was a stranger, a ghost haunted by what could have been. The world outside kept spinning, but inside his four walls, time had stopped, frozen in a moment of utter defeat. The decision, one bleak Tuesday morning, as the gray dawn seeped into his room, something shifted. It wasn't a thunderclap or a dramatic revelation, but a quiet, almost imperceptible click. Staring at a faded photograph of a younger, more hopeful version of himself, a single, powerful thought cut through the fog of despair. No more. It was a simple two-word declaration, yet it held the force of a tidal wave. In that instant, Alex made a choice. He decided he was tired of being the victim of his circumstances. He would stop blaming the world, his partners, or his bad luck. The responsibility was his, and so was the power to change. This wasn't a promise of immediate success, but a commitment to the fight. He would stand up, take one step, and then another, no matter how small or how painful. The decision was made. The past was a lesson, not a life sentence. The climb. The journey back was anything but glamorous. It began before sunrise with grueling runs through the cold city park, his lungs burning, his legs screaming in protest. He traded late-night despair for late-night studying, devouring books on finance, marketing, and personal development, rebuilding his knowledge brick by brick. He took on a menial job, swallowing his pride to stack shelves, the humbling work a constant reminder of his new foundation. Friends saw a montage of relentless effort, the sweat on his brow as he lifted weights, the focused intensity in his eyes as he sketched out new business plans on a second-hand whiteboard, the rejection emails piling up, each one met not with despair, but with a renewed resolve to refine his approach. There were days of doubt, moments when the old abyss beckoned, but the memory of that Tuesday morning, of that simple, powerful choice, was an anchor. He was no longer running from his past, he was building his future. Conclusion. Today, if you were to meet Alex, you wouldn't see the ghost from that tiny apartment. You'd see a man standing tall, not just because of the successful consulting firm he built from the ground up, but because of the unshakable peace in his eyes. He is a testament to the idea that our lowest points are not endings, but powerful beginnings. Alex's story isn't just about financial recovery. It's about the transformation of a man who faced his own darkness and chose to create his own light. His journey reminds us that no matter how deep the fall, we all possess the strength to make a decision, to endure the climb, and to emerge not just restored, but reborn.